This video is on synchronicities and the law of attraction. So basically, imagine you have a friend that you're thinking about that friend, and that friend actually calls you. Or let's say you're thinking about an area, and that area pops on Instagram, like you're just scrolling on Instagram and you see that area, or a song reminds you of a person. These can be synchronicities. Now, synchronicities are actually the way that your brain syncs different events that might not be connected and actually connects them together. And a lot of people say, oh, but this is just a coincidence, this is just a coincidence. But sometimes it's not a coincidence. Sometimes, have you ever had a moment in your life that connects to another moment from the past and they don't seem that they're in sync, but they are in sync? Everything in life actually happens for a reason. There's a reason you clicked on this YouTube video. There's a reason why you're on YouTube in the first place right now. That everything in life has a synchronicity to it. Now, synchronicity, you can apply this in a good way or you can apply this in a bad way. For example, let's say you fall over, you hit your toe, and then you end up in the hospital, and now the doctor's telling you that you're not going to be able to operate on you. That could be seen as, oh, I'm having a bad day. But instead of saying I'm having a bad day, you could say this is a bad event that's happened to me. You see, just by changing your mindset and changing certain words. Instead of saying, oh, I've had something bad happen to me, you can say that that was a bad event, but I'm not going to let it affect the rest of my day. You understand? So sometimes in life, synchronicities can actually depend on how you look at the world and your outlook on the world itself. Because the only thing that you can truly control is your brain and what you think. You cannot control your friends. You cannot control your family. You cannot control other people. The only thing that you can fully control is your brain and what you think and what you are determined to do. Now that goes on to the law of attraction. And the law of attraction basically states that whatever you're attracted to and whatever you attract to you will come to you at some point in another. This is why I said that I don't like things like the black pill. I don't like things like people having negative thoughts online or too many political views online, because when you do that, you attract more of that kind of attention. That's how people can get like into these like wormholes and these cycles of negative information, because as you watch negative information, more negative information will come out. It's a cycle, it's an algorithm cycle, and it's the same. If your friends are talking about negative things all the time, then you're going to be talking about negative things in it all the time. And it's the same how religion works. You know, when people talk about religion and then they hang out with other friends who do religion and then they go to church or they go to pray, it's the same kind of thing. The people that you surround yourself with and the people that you're around will affect your outcome in life. And that is why it's very important to always look at who you're surrounding yourself with. Look at, are these people positive to you? Are they negative to you? And using the law of attraction to actually attract what you want to yourself. For example, there's a person who's actually a neuroscientist. His name is Matthew Walker. You can search him up. And he actually says that 50% of what happens in your life is actually just a visualization from your brain. What that basically means in simple terms is what you visualize. If you visualize yourself having success, you can get that success. If you visualize yourself having the girlfriend you want or having the life that you want, you will get that. And that's why people who are negative will say, oh, what's the point of me going on dates? Or what's the point of me putting myself out there? What's the point? That business will never work. If you have that mindset, you won't have it. But by having a mindset of actually being positive, Conor McGregor, who's actually in the UFC, always said that he had a mindset of winning the fights before he even got into the octagon arena. It's the same with Steve Jobs. He had the idea of the iPhone before the iPhone was even created, when he just had the iPod and he just had some Mac computers. He had the idea of making an iPhone even before he announced it. That's my point. By having an idea of success and having that idea of that vision of what you want, you can achieve it. There's even videos of Bill Gates saying that he's going to make the first Windows computers. There's videos of celebrities saying that before they became successful, they actually already visioned themselves being successful. And that's my point, is that sometimes in life, if you actually visualize your success and visualize what you would do once you get that success, it's actually very easy to then have it. If you don't have the actual visualization, you can't bring that energy into the real world. It's the same way when you eat food, you then get energy. It's the same thing, that energy can never be destroyed or created. Energy can just be transferred. You're transferring chemical energy from breaking down food into movement energy and actually using yourself to move around. If you don't eat the right nutritious food, your body's not going to work. If you don't put the right petrol into the car's not going to move. It's the same thing. If you don't visualize yourself having the success, you can't have the success without having the visualization. And even if you draw it or write it down and actually talk about what makes you positive, you can have a positive impact on the world and actually have an impact on people around you. I also wanted to say thank you for 1,800 subscribers. I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers. I also wanted to say thank you to my friend Alicia for the idea on this video. I really hope that you enjoyed the content, and let me know down below how you will try to stay positive. What will you do in the world to be positive and have actually more positive interactions around you?